Welcome to our video on planning planners. The use of planners has probably been pitched to you at some point in time. You might already be using a planner regularly, or you might have tried different ways of keeping track of your time and obligations. Regardless of whether you do or don't currently use a planner yourself, we think that it's important to approach this tool and topic from a slightly different angle. There can be a lot of benefits to using planners, especially if you're at a stage in your life where you have a lot of control over your time and your tasks. This can feel both liberating and overwhelming. However, the general broad message of you should use a planner can be unhelpful for a few reasons. It places a heavy burden on the planner itself as an intuitive and almost magical tool that will quickly solve any issues with time or task management. To some, the message of should might also imply that you're doing something wrong if you're not using a planner, even if you have attempted to in the past. In fact, this is a common struggle that we hear from clients who seek coaching. They have already tried so many different planners, and yet nothing stuck. So they may feel frustrated or demoralized that they can't seem to figure it out. Or they might even feel skeptical about planners overall. That's why we want to offer a different perspective on planners in general before diving into specific details or templates. First, it helps to think about planners as more of a learnable skill rather than an object. In other words, the planner itself doesn't matter as much as you being the one to practice planning your own time and energy. The planner is an external object, a vessel that you can use so that you're not depending only on your memory. However, there's no such thing as one perfect planner for everyone. Only you can customize your own planner system that makes the most sense for your current life. And lastly, for planners to be useful, you have to actively and regularly practice planning your time and energy, both of which are limited resources. Your ideal planner should be something that helps keep you on track and frees up some mental energy so that you can concentrate on the actual task at hand. All that being said, keep in mind that it takes time to get better at managing time. Give yourself some space and grace to develop a personal planner and to build the habit of planning. Eventually, this becomes more intuitive. After going through our initial pitch for planning as a skill rather than just a tool, here are some suggestions to help you get started on designing your ideal planner. There are nearly infinite options for planning systems, and each has its own benefits and drawbacks. So before you even begin exploring or creating your own system, here are some prompts and ideas to consider. How would you like to scale your time? Would you like to see just one day laid out on each page, or does it help to see the whole week? Does the idea of seeing your time laid out by the hour stress you out, or does it help you to prepare for what's ahead? Do you prefer digital, physical, or a mix of both? When, where, and how will you access your planner? How often do you want to update it? Who or what could help to remind you to check and keep things updated? The goal is to think about what would benefit you, what you need to see in your own organizational systems in order to most effectively plan and use your time. Working on this with an experienced coach can help you develop both the tool and the skill of planning more effectively. But at the end of the day, you are the one filling these planners out, and you do have the ability to customize your ideal system, which will and should continue to change as your needs and skills change. We also have additional resources and videos on a variety of different planner templates and features. Lastly, it's important to note that merely having a good planner doesn't automatically guarantee that you will use it. It can help to think of planning from a top-down approach, like what is visualized here. By starting with all the information that you have and narrowing down to the specific tasks by priority, you'll be able to set aside the time during the week and have concrete starting points. You have to start somewhere. Even if a task, a project, or a deadline seems really overwhelming in the moment, try just writing down everything that you know, and that's the first step. It'll then be easier to identify smaller tasks that you can actually get started on, and then you'll also be able to prioritize according to your timeline. With practice, this can become part of your individual routine. Taking even just a few minutes of your day to update your planner can help with visualizing your time. It'll also take the mental load off so that you aren't trying to keep everything in your memory. With time, you'll see that using a planner not only helps to map out what is coming up, but will also allow you to see what you've done so far. You'll see your tasks and accomplishments written down, and you can celebrate the things that you did while also looking ahead to more that you'll do. We hope this has given you another view on planners and their potential. Our weekly planning, study planning, and project planning videos go into more detail about different types of planners and how you can put them to use. Additionally, check out our website for more resources and information about coaching, as well as upcoming events and programs.